Many of you have been asking how I build my in-scale signals. Well, follow along and I'll show you how. Hey everyone, Peter from Rochelle Intermodal here, and first of all, very happy New Year to all of you. Hope you had a great festive season, and looking forward to the new year. Right, so what I've decided to do, just to start off the new year, I'm going to do a 4-part tutorial on building in-scale signals. Now these are the signals from Showcase Miniatures. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it down to 4 parts. The reason for this is I've seen a lot of tutorial videos that go on for sort of half an hour, 40 minutes sometimes. And I mean, personally, I don't really have the time to go through and watch videos like that. So I thought maybe it'd be better just to do some short segments, maybe sort of 10 minutes each. So I'm going to do 4 parts, just to start off showing you the signal kits, sort of a small unboxing of it really, and just showing you what is inside it, what you get with the kit, and then just to go through showing you the completed signal, and then in the second part I'll show you the actual, well, start showing you the putting together of the signal, so the cleaning up of the parts and getting everything ready for actually building the signal. And then the following 2 sections will be just following on completing the signal, installing the LEDs, and then testing and installing it on the layout, just so you can see the complete process from taking them out the kits, clean it all up until you get the final completed signal on the layout. Obviously a lot of you will be using different DCC systems, different signal systems, so I'll just show you what I'm using. Obviously different ways of doing it, but it's just the way I've used it and the way it works for me. So let's get on with part 1. Alright, so I'll show you now the basic kit and what you can do with it. So this signal kit is from Showcase Miniatures. I'll put the link in the description down below. The Showcase Miniatures are based in Alabama, and you can see there they do a great range of parts for in-scale and HO. Not just signals, I mean they mainly do vehicles and buildings. Their vehicles are really great, again all cast metal parts, really highly detailed as well, so have a look at their website and see what else they have. I definitely recommend them. I'll be going through in the future videos their vehicle kits, just so you can see what they produce and the high detail of, or high quality and detail of their vehicle kits. Here's a pole mount Searchlight signal, and it's obviously N scale because that's what I'm doing. Signal kit number 514. Now what this one comes with, it's in this box I've actually got 6 signals. What comes with enough for 6 signals, and you can do either a single head or a dual head signal. So if you're doing a diverging, so you've got a siding or something like that, or a crossover, you can then use a double head signal, or just a standard signal head if you're going to be using a decimal block signal. So I'll show you what's inside here. If we just open up this box. Okay, so it comes neatly packed with a set of instructions, which I'll show you just now. And you can see here it's full of photo etched and cast items, if I can get this out here. Okay, so you've got a little bag with all the cast items here, which are the signal heads and the base for the signal, and various other items as well. The mounts for the ladder, and you can also see in here there's, if you can sort of see it there's a target, the signal target for the Searchlight signal, and there's some, so this is in stainless steel, and then there's some brass items here, etched items as well. I'll show you these in detail once I get them out of the packet. Let's just show you how it's all packed. Okay, so here's one I've opened up, so you can see all the bits. Right, so on this one you can see we've got the ladder for the signal. You've also got the brackets, the long and short brackets that hold the signal, that hold the ladder onto the pole itself. And then you've also got the various number plates for the signal, various different shapes depending on what your prototype uses. So that's for the numbers that go on the signals. So obviously to identify each signal, each railroad used different numbering practices. So that's all on that piece. Here we have the Searchlight target. That is the bracket that holds the target to the signal head. And that there is the backing plate that goes onto the back of the target signal, of the signal head, to close up the back of the signal head once you put the LED in place. Okay, so here we have the signal hood. This is optional, not all railroads use them. I don't use them on mine. This is if you've got a long hood over the front of the signal, on the signal head. And these are the brackets for the signal plates themselves, for the signal numbers. So this is what the numbers will attach onto on the signal pole. And then the last piece of the etch bits that is included is the actual signal pole itself, which is just a tube. And it's just a hollow tube. And you can cut this to whatever length you need to for your particular signal. Where it's a short signal, you can do dwarf signals as well, but I just cut them a tiny bit just to suit the prototype height of the signal. Okay. Right, next up are the cast pieces. So as you can see here, there's a whole selection of these. Okay, so here you've got the signal head. You can see there, that's the signal head itself. It's got a small little hood on it. Obviously you can extend that with the optional etched signal hood. I just use them as they are here. This is long enough for the prototype that I model. You can see that it's quite nicely detailed, and you can see at the back there's the hole for the LED to go in. Now this is the part that gets covered with the backing plate if you want to use it. I normally just put, once I've glued the signal head, the LED in place, I just paint the glue black. I don't actually use the plate itself, but you can use it, but tricky to put on there. So that's the signal head. So the next picture I'm going to show you, these are the brackets for the signal heads. Now this is what mounts onto the signal pole to hold the signal head in place. Now there are two different lengths of these, the short and a long, depending on if you're using a single head or a double head signal arrangement. Okay, next bit here is the base of the signal. So you can see it's nicely detailed. It's got all the bolt heads there. Very nice casting. And you can see it's got the hole straight through for the wires for the LED, so it's well thought out. Nothing really for you to do apart from clean up all the flashing. But they do look really good. Just to show you, this is one of the short mounting arms for the signal head. Now, probably the most essential part of this process is the actual instructions. So thankfully Showcase Miniatures have done a brilliant job with the instructions. So what I'll do is I'll just show you here. As you can see, they give you full details of all the parts, exactly how they all fit together, and you can see even detailing the signal heads. They go step by step exactly what to do. And then on the back they show you what everything is on the edged parts, so you can identify everything. And they show you if you're going to be using double signals or single signals, how you put everything together. And then the completed signal, you can see exactly where everything fits. So well done to them. They've done a brilliant job of producing a very detailed instruction sheet. Without this, it'd be quite tricky to put it together, especially identifying all the parts, I think. So that's everything that comes as part of the kit itself. So you got the edged parts and the castings. Now, of course, an essential item is the actual LED light. Now, Century Foundry produce a great 3-color LED, a tri-color LED. Now, this is 3 proper colors, isn't it? It's not like some of the LEDs where you're mixing colors to get red, green, and amber. This is actually 3 tiny miniature circuits that create proper true colors. Now I'm going to see if I can try focus this, but these are really tiny As you can see here, there are the LEDs themselves. Really, really tiny. That's one of them over there. So again, because I've ordered 6 signals, they've sent me 6 of the LEDs. And they're quite tricky to deal with because of the tiny wires. They come with 4 wires each. There's your common and then one for each color. And this is going to be threaded through all the parts. So it's going to be threaded through the signal head and then down the signal mast itself, through the signal base, and then into the layout through the whole use. I'll go through all of this in the future parts of this tutorial, and you'll see it's quite a tricky process, especially lining up the signal head or the LED inside the signal head. That's probably the trickiest bit, but I'll show you how I do that. So those are the basic parts. You've got the LEDs and then the kit with all the castings and the etchings. Right, so that's the first part of the tutorial. I hope that was a great introduction to this kit. In part 2, I'm going to be showing you the removal and cleanup of the various parts, and then I'll show you the assembly of the signal, so putting together the various parts. We're going to be doing another single head signal, so I'll show you how I put that together based on that and what parts I use, just the order I put them in. And then we're just going to show you how to paint it as well. In the meantime, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Click on the subscribe button down below and click on the little bell icon so you get all notifications of my uploads. So until next time, enjoy your modelling, and I'll see you after the new year.